Hi, everybody. Hey, it's another springtime edition of Wind Down Wednesday. We are outside with you again today.
Yes, and I forgot my music, but I'll play it on my phone.
That is recording, right?
Yes, it is
Okay.
recording.
It's a new camera. Like I can't really tell. The other one I can tell with the little red light on it. But anyways, so yeah, we're back outside. It's a little bit warmer than it was last week, but still pleasant enough to be outside. No mosquitoes out here yet, so once those start to kick in, and we're not boiling hot outside, I can bring my other little thing that your mom gave me for Christmas. The thing that you put outside that kind of repels the mosquitoes.
Well, I gave you a mosquito thing.
Well, that's a weird thing. It attracts them, so you're supposed to put it out away.
Yeah.
So all the mosquitoes want to go away from where the other people are.
New camera, we need to make sure, and we are recording. So.
Wonderful. Okay.
All right.
So for tonight we have a wine we have done a video on. It was really back in December. But the Middle Jane Chardonnay, there's not really a whole lot of options for whites right now on the website that we haven't done videos on. So we're kind of recirculating back to this wine, but specifically because Joel decided to get creative in the kitchen and whipped up some homemade Alfredo sauce.
Yes, homemade Alfredo sauce from scratch.
So this wine I anticipate, I'm almost positive, is going to go very well.
And paprika, coriander, chicken.
With some chicken, right? Not the full-on Alfredo, pasta and all that other kind of stuff, but just to get a little taste and nibble of. And this is one of your favorites, Middle Jane Chardonnay. So
yes, if you try this Alfredo, this is all Parmesan cheese. I used whole milk this time. Whole milk, butter, and garlic.
So this is the 2022 vintage of Middle Jane Chardonnay. It's from Mendocino County, California. It's $39 a bottle, and it's 100% Chardonnay, not a blend of any kind. They didn't do any blending here. Described as earthy and creamy, with notes of pear, vanilla, yellow apple, nutmeg spice, caramel, and oaky finish. Oaky also kind of plays off, but a lot of us read that as a buttery.
What year was this?
2022.
Okay. We've done this before.
Yes.
Yes, one of my favorites.
So the first vintage of this Chardonnay quickly became a bestseller, and this new release is even better. Fans of big, rich, toasty Chardonnay will love this wine, but still great acidity to balance these notes of oak and butter. So, it is buttery and oaky, but it's still kind of a little bit lighter. You do get some of those fruitier kind of notes to it. So
good with chicken.
Okay, what are you thinking about with the Alfredo sauce?
Oh. Awesome. You really taste the, it's garlic, isn't it? You really taste the buttery richness of the wine after Alfredo, which probably would be very, very good for Alfredo. It's a good match. What do you think?
Yeah, it does. And the garlic too. It enhances that side
Did you
of
dip
the
chicken in there?
of the wine. Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
I just placed an order too last week when we had the 25% off sale. I just was grabbing a whole bunch of bottles. I was like, 25% off, this is a great deal.
And another announcement. First of all, the beef jerky are the brand new flavors that we've never tried before. The honey hickory, the Cajun, and the mesquite from Nick.
Yes.
Homemade, no preservatives, all from organic beef. And my San Marzano tomatoes and my yellow plum tomatoes that
Fresh
I grew.
from his garden.
Yep.
I know, we're
And
going.
blueberries.
Oh, blueberries that I picked from
Yep.
Southern Hills Farm on Saturday.
Yeah, look at this.
I know, lots of really great freshness. Perfect for just sitting outside and sipping on some
What would this
some
cost
wine.
you? Think about it. What would this cost you to go do this?
Oh yeah, if you went to a restaurant and ordered a charcuterie board with all of this stuff on
And
it.
a wine, couple hundred.
I don't know about a couple of hundred, but
$150.
I mean, if you've got 2 bottles of wine, they probably charge you $40 a piece.
$40, $50 a bottle for this wine?
But they don't even have this wine. They have the cheaper wine, the store-bought wine.
What
It's not
store-bought?
necessarily pricey cheaper.
We should do a video where we're sitting around the little bistro thing over there.
Yeah, with the fountain going. The problem is with the fountain that it adds a lot of background noise, and it's kind of hard to hear what you're saying.
And it does splash on you. So if
Yeah.
we're sitting under it, we splash on us.
Depends on how much water you put in there
Right.
and how heavy the flow is.
I put bleach in there. I dump bleach in there and let the water run through it.
Because sitting on the element, it does kind of get a little grimy.
Sophie's smelling the chicken.
She is. So the soil zip report for this wine, primarily sourced from a single vineyard in Potter Valley, planted 14 years ago. Grapes picked at night to ensure natural freshness and prevent premature oxidation of fruit. Fermented in stainless steel for 14 days before secondary malolactic fermentation for creamy, buttery profile.
What do you think of the chicken?
It's delicious.
It's great with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is my I usually put this bark on everything, but I especially like chicken legs with the skin on them, because the fat from the skin, that's why I cook them and then broil them. It gets crispy. Just adds all the flavors, the coriander, salt, pepper.
As opposed to frying.
As opposed to
and
frying.
oil.
And you don't have to fry because chicken legs have so much fat, so if you broil them, they get crispy. It's like fried chicken.
Yeah,
Just like it.
it's nice and crispy.
Yeah.
So after all that, it's aged in a mix of French oak and stainless steel for 8 months before bottling under sustainable cork. So you'll notice that Middle Jane typically is on the little bit higher end price for the clean crafted wines on Scout and Cellar. That's typically because of the length of time that it takes to produce these wines. They age for much longer for fermentation and everything in their different types of barrels before it's ready to bottle to send out to everybody to drink. So some of the other labels that we have, Gallivant and Fieldhouse, and they typically don't age for that long. So because they can produce it faster, it doesn't typically cost as much.
I just got the chills. I just got the chills. I'm sorry. Sometimes there's an experience, like if I'm rubbing her nuts, she gets the chills. If I taste something like this, you get the chills. And when you get the chills, you know it's right. Honestly, especially with food and wine.
You know what I wanted to try? I have again the apple bacon jam over here. It does have a little bit of kick to it.
Does it?
You know, bacon, not necessarily. I mean, savory would go good with this. She is all up in our business. My goodness. But I wanted to, we grabbed the little crackers from the right-hand side, yes. I remember this time, the right-hand side is plain, the left-hand side is the garlic.
I like garlic salt.
I know, but I wanted the plain if I'm going to do the
You can have a little nugget of
apple
cracker.
bacon jam on here. I was curious to see how this would
She's too
go
stupid.
with the Chardonnay. But, so again, the flavor notes in this wine are pear, apple, vanilla, and nutmeg. This was also like a great wine to do at Thanksgiving, but
Yeah,
it
did we do
doesn't.
it?
It doesn't really. I mean, moving into spring and summertime, when you're doing seafood, this goes really great with that too.
Yeah, okay, I'll just say this, living in Florida, in Central Florida, what a great night. The second straight week, right? The second straight week we've had this is beautiful weather. This is picture perfect weather. There's no humidity, the dog days are coming, we know that. The dog days of summer are coming, let me tell you, they're relentless. It's relentless. You have to turn your car on, let it run for 10 minutes before you get in and put the air conditioning on.
And always park in a shady spot, even if it's the farthest away from the place you're going into.
Because you get inside your car, it's like the surface of Mercury.
Yeah.
But you burn them. But
Yeah.
I will tell you this though. Perfect night. We'd be doing this without being on camera. We'd be doing this right now.
Yes.
Just sitting here enjoying this because what else is there to do? Honestly, on a Wednesday night?
Well, I've got grades to do, but
We've
whatever.
both been very busy.
Yes.
I've been very, very busy this last 2 months. It's like everything's going off the rails, but it's a good problem to have.
Yes. Did you try it with the?
No, I didn't.
It kind of it plays off of the wine really well. It just gives it a whole nother kind of avenue to go.
That's good.
It goes great with this wine. Even it's kind of sweet and savory and spicy a little bit all at the same time. Does not overpower the wine. They just complement each other perfectly. So it just kind of shows you go with something like creamy, buttery like this with the Alfredo, and then you jump over here to something that's a little bit sweeter, but still has like other little touches in
We
there.
don't finish that, so you can take it to work with you and make some stuff with it.
I hope we don't finish all of it. We're going to be like sick
No, we
tonight if
can't
we
do
eat
that.
all of that.
No, but you can take it to work with you and make a
Yes.
chicken and Alfredo.
Yes. So again, pairing notes for poultry and cheese, which we have here. The ingredients for this wine are grapes, tartaric acid, yeast, malolactic bacteria, and sulfites.
And again, we've done this wine before. To the earthy, oaky, buttery people, this is your Chardonnay.
This is right up your alley.
If you like the heavy Chardonnays, the butteries, this is the one. And it's good. Now, how much is it a bottle?
$39.
Okay.
I just bought it on the 25% off sale.
Okay, so, but it's $39 retail.
Correct.
Okay. Think about that. Go to your liquor store, grocery store, wherever you get wine, and price out. I'm trying to think of a Chardonnay that would be comparable to this. Butter. The one that was called Butter.
Yeah.
That right now
There's nothing.
is $24.99. Never used to be $16.
Is it really?
It's $24.99 at Publix. So think about that. $25, $39. You are getting a much better experience here for another, what, $12, $14?
Probably without a headache.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that butter used to give me a terrible headache.
You used to drink it, though.
That was your wine. I really didn't like that.
I drank a lot of that, didn't I?
Yeah, it would give me a terrible headache.
Very rich.
Okay, so the stats for this wine. This is 100 calories per 5-ounce serving, 0.124 grams of carbs per 5-ounce serving, no fat, 12.5% alcohol, 0.84 grams per liter of residual sugar, and 82 parts per milliliter of sulfites. White wine's typically higher, usually max out at 100 with all of the clean crafted wines.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Now just had a yellow cherry tomato.
Mm-hmm.
And makes them taste better. You know, tomato is a fruit, right? Tomato is a fruit, not a
Right.
vegetable. Now we have the San Marzano tomatoes here that I grew.
Dip those in the
Oh wow.
Alfredo.
Mm-hmm. No pesticides except pollen. You have to wash the pollen off the tomatoes.
Which I did.
That's all you get down here in Florida. Everything is coated with pollen.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that? Is it good?
It's delicious. It's a great match with this wine.
Now we have the beef jerky.
And so we're going to move on over to the red wine. So this, I was so excited to get this one. I ordered it last week. It's a wine we've never had before. I saw it on there and I was like, oh. And at 25% off, I was like, okay, well, that'd be a great one to do a video on. And so got my wine this past weekend.
Ooh, look at the colors.
Yeah. This is a Syrah.
Ooh.
And of course, when I go to pull the information, so I have it to share with you guys on the video tonight, it cannot be found anywhere. I cannot find it on the website.
Holy crap!
I can't find it in my consultant app where we can see every single wine that they're
I've heard
supposed to have available. So I'm not quite sure how it was available last week for me to purchase, and now I can't find it anywhere. Sometimes there's some little mix-ups where they just kind of, I don't know, I swear I think they're just doing it to troll me. That they
I think
pull stuff off.
AI is doing it.
They just pull it off to see if anybody notices, and then it'll show back up again another day or two. So I promise you, this is not like that was like a sellout last week or whatever. This has been lingering around for a while, so if you check back, it'll probably pop up on the website again if what we described to you tonight sounds interesting. So I have no backstory, no information to share with you about flavor notes or how it's made or anything else like that. We're just going to try it and give you our opinion about what it tastes like.
Take a deep whiff of that. That is definitely a Syrah.
I'm going to cleanse my palate.
Top of the scale, Syrah. I'm gonna cleanse mine. I have some beef jerky, but
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
it smells like blueberries, blackberries, currants, and pepper. That's what it smells like.
Okay.
It smells like.
So this is the 2022 vintage. This is part of our Project AMP collection. AMP because they say, scout and cellar, the ampersand sign in between. And this is called Melodrama.
Yes.
The E in Melodrama is the ampersand sign. This is 2022 vintage Syrah from California. The ingredients are grapes, tartaric acid, yeast, malolactobacteria, and sulfites.
Wow.
12.5% alcohol. That's really all they give me on here.
Grapey, fruit forward.
On the label.
Smell when you smell wines, a sommelier will smell the wines. When you smell it, fruit forward, smells like blueberries, blackberries, currants, pepper. When you taste it, it's got a really fruity taste.
No, I'm gonna say I'm typically not a fan of Syrah because, like you said, it's kind of peppery. This is
fruity.
A little peppery, but it's much milder and smoother.
It is.
Than what I would
But it's
typically
fruity,
get.
right? You taste the blackberries.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm gonna try it with these blueberries. They have a lot of varieties at Southern Hills of different kinds of blueberries. These are the ones that they classify as like semi-sweet.
The honey hickory beef jerky.
Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. This past weekend, the highs were like mid-70s. You could be out in the sun and not be sweating, which is a rare occasion in
Look at
Florida.
right now. We're not sweating.
And I didn't burn to a crisp. I used my special beef tallow sunscreen with no carcinogens in it.
So today, fun fact, I was on YouTube. There are face exercises you can do that will reduce crow's feet and your neck. So if you do them every single day, I'll show you the video later. This, whatchamacallit, dermatologist shows you how to make, do all these facial expressions and
That's
do it.
fake.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It stretches out the
That doesn't
skin.
work.
Yes, it does.
That's a lie. It doesn't work.
He showed the before and after of people.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, you don't think it worked?
No. No. I'm sure they were using some other kind of face cream or had some kind of procedure done. Because you are not going to get rid of crow's feet and all that other kind of stuff just by doing face exercises.
Then I'm going to get a mini lift then.
Get one of those masks that does like a little light electrotherapy and like
Get a mini
zaps
lift.
in your face
We'll use AI to
to
make our video.
stimulate the collagen to grow.
Yes. See how it gets dry?
It is, but it's beef jerky. It's supposed to be dry.
It's much more.
So I did like this wine with the blueberries.
Yeah.
On the lighter side of it. I do like that. So I'm kind of making my way over to a little bit savory.
Savory.
Yeah.
Savory.
Savory or.
Well, anyways.
Why are you rubbing on me?
Because I haven't seen you in a long time.
Why don't you put your arm around me like this instead of rubbing on me like you're the cat?
Because my arm is sore.
Oh, all right. All right, then you get a pass.
And I can tell you, she's going to be 37 years old on Sunday.
Right.
Your
Yes,
birthday.
my birthday is on Easter Sunday this year.
37? Can you believe that?
And again, I share my birthday with my parents' anniversary. I was born on their 4th wedding anniversary.
I'm going to be 46 in June.
Okay. Hey, I mean, age is just a number. You really are just like, both of us are very active. We try to eat well. So I think that kind of aids in the fact that we really I don't think we look or feel as old as other people our age.
I've seen people my age, my actual age, which I'm not going to tell you what my age is, but I've seen people my age that you're like,
You're like, oh my gosh.
I've seen people your age, you're like,
Yeah, you can't believe that, like.
people you went to high school with,
Yeah.
and they're like all gray and.
I'm at the age now too, though, where like when you do class reunions and stuff like that, because they can't generate enough people for your specific class to justify
You're gonna go to
doing
your
it.
class reunion?
They start like grouping together different classes from this year to this year. Like you all get your, and I think this year they're grouping together like 20 years worth of graduating classes together to do a reunion.
Yeah, but your class. See, I went to a school with 150 kids graduating.
I went to a school that we probably had over 2,000.
Do you want to know the truth? That
Students.
we're all tight. All of us.
Well, I know, because you probably knew everybody you went to school with. There were tons of kids. There were so many kids at my school in my graduating class. I couldn't tell you their names, or I go back and look through the yearbook. I'm like, never saw that kid once.
Fun fact, 2. On Facebook, I created a JCB Phoenicians. That was our nickname, the Phoenicians, the Firebird. And for Florida, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I created that Facebook page. It's got over 150 members. People that, well, not from my class, but other classes. 150 people have signed up to be members of that page that live in Florida now.
Really?
They moved down from New York to live in Florida.
Do you remember in Spaceship Earth and the ball in Epcot, you ride through the ride, and they say, do you remember how easy it was for you to learn your ABCs? Thank the Phoenicians. I've been there so many times, I swear I could like recite that entire ride.
We are the Phoenicia, the Firebirds.
We were the Trojans.
Go Firebird. Trojans?
Mm-hmm.
You're the rubbers. This is not for kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say that. Can I say rubber? I can say
Well,
rubbers.
we were the Lincoln Trojans, and our biggest rival was the Leon Lions.
little fun trick to play on somebody when you go to the grocery store. Throw a box of Trojans in their grocery cart
Oh my gosh, don't do that.
and watch their reaction.
When they don't even realize it until they get through the checkout line. They're like, wait, I didn't put that in there.
Adam used to do that, my brother Adam. We'd go to the grocery store and say, watch this. And he'd throw a box of Trojans in there. Watch this to a girl. That's how you pick up women. And the woman would be like, and you see her put it, say, wait, that's mine. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Would you
gosh.
fall for that?
I definitely would not fall for that.
When you
I'd be
look at
like,
him
oh,
like-
you're a little weird.
We're like,
Nope, not picking me up with that. Nope, not gonna happen. This goes really great with that like Italian herb crusted cheese.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of actual cheese it is, but we do it every week.
yeah, where's the Locatell?
Don't have that this week.
You don't have the Locatell.
I
Couldn't
just,
afford it.
I got home a little late, didn't have time to run to Publix, so we're just using the leftovers of whatever I could find in the refrigerator.
I brought chicken, tomatoes.
Yes.
You don't need anything else.
So, okay, I wanted to try with the Cajun beef jerky, because is it a little bit spicier?
It's not bad.
No.
It's not really that bad.
I kind of figured like peppery
me
Cajun would go really good with this kind of wine, with a Syrah.
This beef jerky has to be consumed for a while.
It's getting very chewy.
You better take some to work with you.
Good thing I have strong teeth.
But it's all natural.
Yeah. Right, it's homemade. It's better than all the stuff they have to put preservatives in because it has to have a longer shelf life at the store.
It's not, it's just dry. It dries out.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we don't have. Is a food dehydrator.
I've sold so many of them.
I know. We find one at a estate sale. We need to actually keep it.
We can make
For ourselves, yeah, we can make our own. I know Nick does such a great job, and he donates to charity, so I like supporting him.
You can make beef jerky, bacon jerky, put slices of bacon on there and make bacon jerky, which is ridiculous.
Turkey
Turkey jerky, fish jerky, seasoned fish. My kids would lose their mind. My kids would lose their mind.
You make that right before Christmas time and give it to them as presents. You give them a jar of sauce. You give them some like homemade pasta. You give them some jerky, just a bunch of like homemade stuff that it's like special just from Dad that you can't find anywhere else. Are you dancing to the music?
Yes. She wouldn't eat the chicken leg.
I'm not gonna pick it up and bite into it while we're trying to have a video. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more ladylike.
A little more ladies.
Yes, while we're a little more dainty while we're having our wine video.
But
and
afterwards, she'll
snacking.
pick that leg up and just eat the whole thing.
Like a big turkey leg at Disney. I'm sorry, I'm like on a Disney mindset right now for some reason.
I know.
All these memories of when I used to go with my kids all the time when we had our annual passes.
We used to go to Typhoon Lagoon all the time. That was, my kids still want to go to Typhoon Lagoon.
I know, because they remember all the fun times.
You never went with me and my kids, did you?
I did not, but I used to have when we got rid of our full park passes, I went down to just the water park passes, because I'm home with my kids all the time, like all summer long, used to be. Now my kids are getting grown. But because it was like we would go like twice a week. We'd go to like Blizzard Beach or
Yeah.
Typhoon Lagoon, and it's paid for. You might as well go use it. So we would go and just hang out there all day.
She really took advantage of...
bring a backpack with lunch and snacks and stuff.
Well, no, but you really took advantage of the time, because people, the time that you have with them,
Fast.
it goes by really fast. And I'm a testament to that. Mine are all grown, and I will tell you, time goes by very fast. And kids move out of state, you can't see them, it's just the way it is. It's life, you gotta deal with it.
Well, it's harder because you're still working, they're working, have kids. It's like very difficult to travel with small children.
And my kids tend to be like spontaneous, and they want to stop over and visit. Gav and Nikki, I know you're watching this. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, guys.
My granddaughter, she's watching it. They watch it every week.
Yes.
But Gav, see you at Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yes, I'll make you famous.
It's only April, but we have to start planning way out in
Yeah,
advance.
sure. I plan out like a year in advance. Like,
Yes.
Okay, are we ready for Thanksgiving?
Well-
You ready?
We have Easter coming up this weekend, so happy Easter for everybody who celebrate. Last weekend, I believe, was Passover for all of our Jewish friends, so happy Passover. We're just working our way right on into
Okay,
spring.
so the big segue into what wines are we having on Easter Sunday?
So my mom is not doing her traditional ham this year. She almost always
But
does
you have to tell us.
a ham. So she's decided and said they have a they have a smoked pork butt. They've had in the freezer.
A pork butte.
I'm not sure if they're gonna go full. They'll probably like put barbecue sauce out if you want to use it, but it tastes great without it. She's gonna make her traditional mac and cheese. I'm gonna make a corn casserole. We're gonna have a salad. So I don't know. I have to figure out.
Too many carbs.
This year's a little tricky because I'm gonna go to church in the morning, so I don't want to break out the mimosas before I go to church. And then afterwards,
Can't smell like alcohol.
no, and afterwards, like I have to go back home and get my little casserole ready because it takes a little while because I just want to bring it like already prepared and ready to go. So we're gonna eat about 4 o'clock. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know that I'll have a mimosa, but I'll probably bring some bubbly to have just like at the beginning. And then I don't know, like a light red, a rosé. I mean, just kind of think about like a smoked pork. You don't want to do. I don't have another bottle of this. I only ordered one. It probably would go really good with a smoked pork.
I'm tasting the Saturday Night Special.
Yes.
Leonard Skinner.
So I don't have to look at my collection in there and see what I have that I think will go with that.
You have a red.
That's why I said like a lighter red though. I don't know that I would go with like a really heavy. No, I mean that's true though. If you go like barbecue sauce, maybe you want to go with like a Zinfandel.
This would be perfect, but we don't have it anymore.
No. So.
Outrageously good. I will tell you right now, this is outrageously good. Now I can tell you, it is sweeter.
Keep your eye out for it. It most likely will pop up on the website again. I was very surprised because the Project Amp wines have been around for a little while, but this is one that we've never done before. That I had never even actually seen before. So I took advantage of it because it was 25% off at the time. And I know it says it's like writing with lipstick on the wall or the mirror or something, I think. But it says melodrama is what the name of it is.
Is that color?
And it's a Syrah, 2022 Syrah.
Yes,
so,
and you can get it. Maybe it just pops up on the website. So when you go to her link, just go back the next day, refresh.
I mean, just look around. There's different ways you can search too. If you're if it's not mobile, if you're on an actual computer, you get a few more features on there when you're trying to search. You can search by like if you're a particular type of food you want to pair it with. If you're just by variety, whatever kind. If you want a Syrah specifically, it'll show you everything we have that's available.
This is a good Syrah. I mean, this is a good. It's very fruit forward too.
All different kinds of ways that you can search, but.
Would you say it's fruit forward?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it has the peppery is a little bit more muted for a Syrah.
This is like a go-to for me if I could get it again.
Mm-hmm.
If I could buy it, I might buy 6 to 12 bottles of it just to store it.
Really? You like it that much?
I do like it.
Huh.
Very Italian. This is very Italian tasting.
It does play off nicely with garlic.
Mm-hmm.
It goes well with anything with garlic.
Reminds me of, what was the jug wine called?
Oh boy.
The great grandma used to drink.
Paisano?
Paisano red wine in the jugs. Remember the jugs?
Yes.
They still sell them at Publix.
Yes, they do.
Great grandma used to, Nana Rosa, she used to carve the kids' names into them. Our names. She'd hand carve them in with this burning thing, and into the side where the plate was in the front of the bottle. She'd carve our names into it.
Seriously?
I had one, but I left it at the other house.
Oh.
When I moved out, I left a lot of stuff at the other house. Up in the attic, it was up there.
Oh.
It had my name on it. And it said Joel, not Joey. Well, she called me Joey.
Mm-hmm. The whole Italian family, I'll call him Joey.
Yeah, but you put Joel on the bottle, though.
Yeah.
My mother would have killed her. But it's okay. But anyways, so all in all, I can tell you, you know how I feel about that one, right? This one, I give a 9 to.
Wow.
On the scale of a Syrah. Purely the scale of a Syrah. Nothing else.
You know, I'd have to agree with that because I'm typically not a Syrah fan, but I do like this one. So
If we're talking Syrah,
just
nothing
Syrah,
else,
yeah.
not reds, whatever.
Because the peppery side of it is very muted and smooth.
It's like the Wango Tango was too.
Oh, that
too
was
much.
yeah, that was too much.
That was too much. Remember that night? Go back and rewind the videos.
Tango. It's just Tango.
Ted Nugent.
Syrah. There wasn't a New Zealand. That was a New Zealand wine. That's not on the site anymore. But
Oh my
they,
God,
they
it's
probably
horrible.
will have like another Tango pop up eventually.
See, I'll stick my fingers down in there.
Yeah, well, it's just us, so it's
Right.
all right. I won't take offense.
So, here's the deal. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. I know the Rumble people, thank you. We appreciate you guys are really.
Have a great following on Rumble.
We do. We appreciate everything. YouTube, come on, baby. Hit like, subscribe, and then hit the bell. When you hit the bell, you get notifications. I did see some comments from both channels we have to respond to.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so
Sorry.
and we'll add the links to both of those places and our Facebook page if you're interested. I'm not aware of any sale going on right now, but they sometimes surprise us and just pop up with something special. So who knows? Keep your eyes peeled. Follow us on Facebook. I always try to post the information. If you go on the site and just create an account, they will automatically send you things directly to your email and whatever. Anytime there's a sale coming up, so definitely follow so you can take advantage of those specials.
Yes, and we post funny memes on Facebook a lot. And if you go on there and you DM us, direct message us, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for us to get back to you, but I'm gonna check them tonight, and we will get back to you. If you send us messages, don't send us bad messages. Just send us messages about wine.
Yes, please.
No financial advice or crypto or anything like that. Just send us messages about wine and food.
Yes, we would like that.
And text us pictures of food that you cooked and created and stories. But
Yeah.
anyways, so we will see you guys next week. We'll definitely be doing this again next week. Hopefully outside again.
Yes.
All right. Take care.
Have a great week.